What's up, everyone? Today I'm here again and I'm going to talk about my high school stories. And this is a series where I talk about my experience at my experiences my at the high school during ninth grade year all the way to 12th grade year. And it's going to have four parts. It's going to have four parts to it. And starting with this one, I'll be starting with ninth grade year that took place in like from August 2014 to May of 2015, ninth grade school year. And like, and it started off, it all started during the riots in Ferguson. And we were supposed to go on the 13th or the 15th or somewhere right there. But we couldn't because during the riots and stuff, during the burning down buildings. So they didn't want to let us to go to school. And during that time, I was looking at how to survive high school year, how to survive the high school year and stuff like that. We used to look at those videos of it, stuff like that. And a day later, we went to the high school. I went to the high school and I hanged out with all my friends again at the table. And we were talking about our experiences, what our high school year was going to be like, and all of that. And after that, Uh, we left and went to our classrooms. Actually, before that, we went to the lockers again, and I had a locker like on in the south part of the high school, south to the east part of the high school. I had a locker all the way near like the second gym. That's where it was at, down that hall. And the high school was bigger than our middle school. Pretty much, it was bigger than our middle school. And like, and before we even got there, like, and like that, and and during the time, I was like, they were touring the whole building so we can know where we're gonna go to or something like that. And then after that, I went to my locker and tried to open. I couldn't open it, so I had to get someone to open my locker and stuff like that. And I put my stuff in the locker. And I'll get you later like what I did with my locker later in the year. But now I'm gonna just talk about what's next. We went to the classroom. I went to this classroom somewhere in high school. It was like it was upper floor because remember walking up the stairs. It was upper floor the in the classroom. We went there, and I remember like they told us to do our assignment. They introduced the teacher and then do our assignment. And during our assignment, they watched the stuff that was happening first, and that was not too far from us. And take it to be exact, I go to Ferguson like all the time to go to the Walmart over there and like to the other stores over there. And even before the Ferguson riots, I still went to Ferguson, and then I went to that QT, and that was the QT that they burned down, and it's not around no more. And and during this time, there was the Ferguson riots was going on, and there was because a police shot a black person, and it sparked throughout the whole city because everyone in the whole city was there. Everyone in the whole city was there, and like protested and stuff like that. And there was news stations there from all across the world was there and stuff like that. And I would constantly hear the helicopter every day, but every day. but I'll get into that later. And then then throughout the whole day, it went well. I went to the lunchroom to hang out with the Poplar's kids, the Poplar kids at the high school, which were the ninth graders. And and I'll and throughout this high school story, my experience with them and how it turned me today, it still affects me. It still affects me still, stuff like that. And but I hang out with the Poplar kids, and there was a first sign I should have just stayed away from them, but I didn't. But what they did is they started to treat me like a kid or something, like a 5-year old and stuff like that. And that was the first sign that they just didn't really. They were treating me. That was the first time I should just stay away from them, but I didn't. I just hang around them still. And after that, a month later, there was still like protesting going on and all of that. And in the this classroom, in this classroom, uh, I went to this one of the class, and I remember like all those, and I had like 5 period classes or 6 period classes. Actually, it's 7 periods. I had 7 period classes, and I don't remember any of them though. I don't remember any of them. I only remember like the gym class I had, but that was like in the November part of the year, which I'm not on yet. But I'll get to that soon. But what I'm going to talk about now is that uh, during September, I was in this classroom and all of that, and we were like sitting and stuff like that, sitting and doing our work. Then all of a sudden, uh, this kid in his classroom had his hands over his face, and he started crying and stuff like that because of his cousin was the guy who got shot by the police, and he was just having a mental, emotional breakdown. And and I felt bad for the kid. I felt bad for him and stuff like that. And then, and like, forgot to mention during those like in August in the first part of the week, my 4 days went well until like the fourth day. Then everything went downhill from there. My life was just flat out terrible from there. And I just really just, and over the past time, I just really want to just get out to school. I just want to really get out to school and stuff like that. And at September, we didn't go on any field trips at all. Only because we went on the field trip in middle school and stuff like that. And probably other schools allowed other kids to go on their field trips and stuff like that, but not ours. Not our high school. Only the power kids get to go anywhere, but not us. And they said we would have to wait till all the way to 12th grade year for a field trip, which is kind of messed up. No one's going to wait that long for like going on a field trip because that's kind of pointless. That's crazy. And then after that, in September, there was a helicopter that came by the school, and one one kid said it was going on first, and this other girl got mad at him for some odd reason, stuff like that. Uh, then and everyone was talking about what was going on in Ferguson and stuff like that. Everyone was talking about it. The whole school was talking about it. And then like a month after that, in October, Like I had a gym class now. I really had a gym class a month later because I went to gym and I met these two coaches and and we went up to like the fitness room which was like on the east side of the school and stuff like that. We went there. It was not in the same area as the gym. And we went over there to do fitness and all that. I lift weights and I just ran and I couldn't I couldn't weight like uh an 80 pound or a 90 pound weight, unlike the other kids can, or even a 100 pound weight because I couldn't lift that. I only could lift like a 50 pound weight, and I just kept doing it. And the guy has plan was the teacher's plan was to get us like muscled men because the girls wanted you and all of that. That's what he said. And then after that, what happened was every in the fitness school, everyone was listening to rap music. They were working out, and after that, we left the classroom, and usually my gym class is at the end of the day for ninth grade. It was at the end of the day, and I went and I left home and stuff like that. Then in October, I mean, then like later on, like October, there was Halloween and all of that. And I kind of enjoyed the 2014 Halloween. I really enjoyed the 2014 Halloween, how was school, and not during school. I mean, not at school. Oh wait, I remember. And like 2 days before that or something, we had a bonfire. We really had a bonfire, so every kid was there. Every kid was there. And what happened at the bonfire was like the whole school. It's like the whole school was there. It was at night, and I remember like all the kids were like play fighting each other. They started play fighting each other and stuff, punching people on the ground, running to people, just punching them and all that. Like it was straight wild. Like uh there was this one kid, he was like down ground like this, and he ran at the other kids and they ran and all of that. They ran. And 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 then and at the time I didn't have a phone then, so I had to record it on my Nintendo 3DS on SD card too, which I can't have access to no more because it won't load into my stuff like it used to. Because the last time I did was in 2018, and I used to look at the video, and and that was like the one of the few times moments at high school were good for me. Then after that we went to homecoming, and like I went to homecoming. I was excited for homecoming. I was thinking it would be like those parties that I saw on the internet at the time because during like during like high school year, I was looking at a lot of, and even before that, I was looking at a lot of club party videos and stuff like that. I was thinking it would be like those videos, but in reality, it was disappointment. It wasn't like those videos. Um, uh, and I ended up not liking it at the end. I just wanted to go home. Then after that for being there for 4 hours or 3 hours. I went home, and I didn't want to go to another one. Then, like after that, and during like the second week of November or something, or the first week of November, we were up in like the gym teacher's classroom, the gym teachers in the gym, and we were like upper near the on the side on like the back of the bleachers that were facing like this railing to the other part of the bleachers that was down there, downstairs. We went up there. We were doing some exercising video, and we did some exercising video. And the gym teacher like wanted me to do more push-ups and all of that, and I was doing more push. Then he said, like, doing more, and I got pretty mad at him, and I said something to him. Then everyone looked up, everyone stared at me and looked, and we're just talking about it. Then, 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 like, there was a lot of like kids who were playing around and all of that. A lot of the ninth graders that were in my grade, they played around and stuff like that. They just messed with people, played around, and they were trying to get to used to the other, getting to know the other kids around them. And during this time, there was like fights. There was like people getting some drama, drama during their girlfriends and stuff like that. And and they were like, and they were like, and there was. I remember there was like girls being pregnant and stuff like that, getting pregnant and all of that. And I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And they were like 15 years old and they're getting pregnant. Kind of remind me of like last girlfriend that I dated, like during like the end of during like eighth grade, because after eighth grade I found out that she got pregnant with somebody a week after I broke up with her. So then after that, like later, like at the end, almost the end of the month, the Ferguson riots, Ferguson riots, like the Ferguson riots, had a verdict and all of that, and and I was looking at it from the TV, and they said not guilty, and everyone went crazy after that. They wanted to burn the whole city down, and whole and the whole entire Ferguson down too. So they there was some people that went to the city that like shot people, but most of them stayed in Ferguson to burn down the stores and like the gas stations and all that, and burn some cars too. And like after and all I heard was ambulances and like fire trucks going across this way over here, and I still can hear it to this day. And then when the morning came, we went to check to see the damage that happened in Ferguson. There was a lot of burned down buildings. It looked like a total war zone that happened over there. Um, uh, and later, a couple of days after that, we went to like the Jennings police station that was up here, way up here, almost near the. It's near Fairview Elementary. It's over near Fairview Elementary and near the city line, near that Family Dollar and the White Castles over there. And we went over there and we walked there and sang like Black Lives Matter, shut the city down, and the people were cheering for us, and they were saying Black Lives Matter too, and we marched there. We got there, and everyone demanded they wanted cameras for the policemen, which, and I'm really thinking now that never happened. But however, but the bias cameras did happen for other cities though, but not for here though. And what happened after that is we went to we went to like we went back to the school, and and then a month la- a month later a month later or so, it was time for Christmas. Everyone was talking about what they're going to do on Christmas and stuff like that. And and I was talking about what I'm going to do for my Christmas, going to Orange Beach and stuff like that, because I discovered it in November of 2014 that, or October of 2014, that it existed, because I never knew Orange Beach and Gulf Shores existed at the time. I didn't know it existed until that time. And why didn't tell me years before? Why my parents didn't tell me years before and stuff like that. And then and I remember, like, I had a good Christmas break and stuff like that. And I came back. It was January, and it was January, and I just went back to school. It was pretty bad as usual and all that. And and the Poplar kids were just treating me like trash. They're saying stuff that they claimed that I look at Disney movies and stuff like that, which I never do. I stopped looking at those when I was like 11, 10 years old and stuff like that. But they didn't want to listen to me or anything. They didn't want to listen to me. They refused to listen. Because I said to them, I don't look at those movies. So so at this point, the Poplar kids were still going on field trips and stuff like that with their teachers. And and then like then fast forward to that around around March, I was 16 years old at the time, and I started doing like videos and stuff. I started to do like videos. I wanted to do videos and stuff like that. Something like I always wanted to do. I always wanted to do that ever since like 2014 or 2013. I always wanted to do videos, but I'm able to do that since I got a phone for the first time. So I started to do videos, and just continue like until it, it just came a part of my life. It just came part of my life. And during that time, around like April, we were outside and stuff like that. Uh, we were outside and on the track. We were walking and stuff like that. And I remember, and I just started just recording and stuff like that. And then around May, during the end of the year, uh, we had like I remember our teachers wasn't there, so we went to the bathroom and we wanted to skip class. So I agree, just wanted to skip class, stuff like that. Oh, I totally forgot. In January, uh, some one of my friends went to like the juvenile center because she did something in the classroom and stuff like that, and she got suspended and she was sent over to Jets. And and she was there throughout the whole year, all the way to May. She never came back until like the 10th grade year, started 10th grade year, which I'm going to get to soon. And and there was like and but the teacher came back though, so we won't be able to skip class. And we didn't tell her though. We didn't tell her, but we just came back in class and just started to do the stuff they told us to do. Then like the end of the year, I wanted my next school year to be a lot better than ninth grade year and stuff like that. I wanted to be better because ninth grade year was like a shitty year for me and stuff like that. People, and also the people were constantly betraying me too, time and time again. They kept betraying me because I met this new kid and he kept betraying me time and time again. He was like my friend at first, then he just kept messing with me time and time again, which I did not like. And then, then we weren't like friends no more and stuff like that. Then after that, ninth grade year ended and it started off the summer. And that was about it. I'll see you in the next. I'll see you in the next video, which is coming which is coming 3 days from now, and stuff like that. And what I'm gonna talk in the next video is about the two stuff, the two important stuff that I want to do to talk about, which is in the next video. Like and subscribe. I post videos every 3 days, 4 days, and sometimes a week. And the time that I'm not posting any videos is that I'm very busy. I'm focusing on other stuff. So goodbye.